Not too long ago, someone told me, if you're gonna sign with a record label, you gotta make sure you sign with people you trust. You gotta make sure you sign with people you be willing to put the whole faith of your career in their hands. And that hit me. I thought about it for a minute, for a good minute. And I realized the only people I would really trust with my career is my fans.
Hey yo, this life is like a dream, I just hope that I never wake. Made mistakes in the past, but I'm trying to set it straight. Been through hell and back, hope they accept me at heaven's gates. Sell my soul for a meal, that's a deal that I'll never take. And I'll never break under pressure.
So this right here is where it all started. 8132 4th Street. This very house right here where all the music was made. From the early years of 2012, me, Eskupe, and Anthro on the lab. Nothing but a mattress on the floor, microphone in the closet, some bed foam nailed up. And yeah, pretty much my mama in the next room, man, complaining about the noise. You know, everybody starts somewhere. Everybody has a beginning, and this is my beginning right here. We're right here at the apartments on California Street. My boy Santi's. Now this is where we initially had the merchandise. It wasn't much to work with, as you can see, but we was getting like 2-3 orders a week, you know, from the solid fans, from the diehard fans really supporting us. And we would have stacks right here, shelves right here. And it was just rough, you know, man, like it's hard coming up as a 17-year-old rapper telling your mom, you know, I want to be a rapper when I grow up. You know, this is my career, this is what I'm picking, this is what I want to do, you know. Ain't nobody believe me, nobody. We managed to make it happen, you know, with the fans, some solid homies, a solid team behind my back. That's all it really was. There was no labels involved. There was no anything involved. There was no investors, big investors. We were our investors. The hustle was our investment. But eventually, over time, small packages got bigger and bigger, you know, over the years. And we just kind of outgrew where we was at. So we right here at the trap house, man. This is my pop's house where I shot some of my videos. And I was having problems with my mom. I came right here, set up shop, recorded a few songs. I think I recorded like 1 or 2 mixtapes right here. Not all of it was a struggle. There was definitely progress. There was definitely some light through the darkness. The name Phora, a lot of people have been asking me about it. And how I originally came up was obviously through graffiti. And the name Phora really don't mean nothing. I mean, it means something to me, but in the dictionary, it really don't mean nothing. I was like 12, 13 years old. I just put letters together, you know, the structure of it. The P on the left, the A on the right, the O in the middle, right in the center, the H and the R. And I just like the way it flowed, man, I guess. And graffiti for me, man, it was like a drug. Like I was like heavily addicted to it. But eventually it just put my family through so much heartache. You know, going back and forth in between juvenile halls from Orange County to Los Angeles. You know, getting real deep into it, risking my life, running across freeways. Beef with other crews, getting jumped, you know, once a month, twice a month, eventually almost every week, you know, but I had to really find a smooth transition. Eventually I had to give it up, you know? And I guess music was that transition. I really feel like music saved my life. I really believe that.
Where the fuck were you when the team was feeling low? No money in our pockets, ain't nobody at our shows. Where the fuck were you when they all just shot us down? Us against the world, you was nowhere to be found. Where the fuck were you, dog? Where the fuck were you? Where the fuck were you, man? Where the fuck were you? Now they show us love when we step up in the place. Like fuck 'em if they hate, middle finger to your face. Middle finger to your face.
What's up, Stanky? What's up, boy? I came here when I was having problems with my mom, her boyfriend. Me and my mom's had a little fallout. Had to come live with my dad for a second, even though it didn't last too long. But yeah, I was going through a lot at that point, and a lot of those songs, it was made right here in this very room. I would get some CDs on a blank disc, write my name on it, Phora, pass them out, go to some high schools, you know, go anywhere I thought would be a lot of people. You know, just like those dudes you see at Venice Beach or on Hollywood Boulevard. You know, it's definitely a stage you gotta go through if you're trying to come up. You know, you gotta go through every avenue and every lane you think is possible to really get your name out there, but some things work for some people and some things just don't. And for me, I felt I was coming close to a dead end with this. I really felt it was nothing really coming out of it, you know, but what kept me going was me really venting, getting the pain off my chest. Even though it wasn't really making me money, even though it wasn't doing nothing financially for me, what it really was just letting shit go. You know, being able to forgive people who done me wrong through this music. You know, and I really found myself through it. I really learned a lot about myself through it. And I mean, we risked a lot for this. Risked our lives for this in more ways than one, especially shows. I remember being at a backyard in Norwalk. A bunch of gangsters roll up. A bunch of gangsters. What are y'all doing in my hood? This and that. Where you from? You know, strapped up, had a couple guns, and we're just like, damn, you know, what do? We kind of in a position where it's just like, we can't do much, you know, we're not even about that, but we in someone's hood, someone's backyard, and it's just like, man, looking back on all the crazy things we've done, you know, but we had to do it. You know, the fans asked for it. It's just like, we did that for y'all, just like y'all do the same for us, you know?
Visions of me and my peeps at the top. Nothing came easy, we needed a plot. And they said they doubt we'd ever make it. But that's the very same reason we fought so close to giving up on life. I wanted to quit.
We have no big record labels backing us. We have no distribution putting our music out. We have no investors. It's just us, releasing our own music, doing it ourselves. And that's how it's always been, and that's how we plan on keeping it. But we want to do something a little different. We want the fans to be our record label. We want y'all to give us the opportunity to stay us, to make the music we want to make, create what we want to create, without any record label telling us to change what we sound like or change our image or change what we stand for. You know, it's not who we are. But we want to inspire these kids. We want to show them anything's possible. And that's why we need your support. So when we first came up with this idea, we presented it to a few people. All of them said we were way out of our boundaries. They said, hey man, send your demo to a record label. You know, they might change the way you want to sound. They might change the way you want to look. But hey, you still got the money. You still got the fame. You're all good. It's all good, right? Nah, man. That's not what we're about. That's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to stay us. We're trying to remain the same people we are and make the same music we want to make. But at the same time, take it to the next level. But we need you to help us take it to the next level. Now, since they started doubting us and they said we couldn't do it, that was only more fuel to our fire. Now, we're not just asking for free money. Every backer, every supporter that takes part in this movement is going to get something special, something I've never, ever, ever done before. There's going to be different rewards for different donations. So just anything and everything that you can imagine that you've ever wanted, that's what we're trying to do. That's what we're trying to give to you. So spread the word, share this video, tweet it, post it on Facebook, and let's make it happen. Let's bring Yours Truly Records to life. So the objective is to reach the goal, but we might not reach it. But just knowing and just going to sleep at night knowing that I tried my hardest, and knowing the true and the diehard fans did all they could to make this possible, is what really matters to me. So we headed down to where I used to run around at, right here on Ball and Euclid. I used to go to school right down right here. Polaris, little continuation school. So this is where it happened. Walking home from school one day, about to catch the bus. And I seen some familiar faces, and next thing I knew, boom, cheap shot from behind. Happened right here down the street on Kings. And I bounced out. I mean, there was nothing I could do. I was outnumbered, I was surrounded. Started running right here down the street. Cars, people picking up their kids right here, people headed back home. They see me running, they seen 6, 7 people chasing me. People popping up right here, and I would say right by this pole right here. When they caught me, boom, they started kicking me on the ground. They got me to the ground, they started punching me, and that's when I seen a knife, and they bounced out. Someone started honking. And I got up, started walking. On the street, not on the sidewalk, on the street. I was bleeding, I was screaming, help me, help me. You see how busy this street is right here. You see how many cars, it's 7. This happened at 2:45, right before 3 o'clock. You could imagine how busy it would be at that time when school's out. Nobody, nothing, bleeding. I walked all the way to the office, and that's how it happened. And people ask me, you know, why is your music so depressing all the time? Why you only write about sad stuff? We want a happy song. But it's just like, for a long span in my life, for so many years, that's all I really knew. All I knew was struggle. All I knew was hardships. All I knew was pain. But I would never wish this upon anyone. And that's why I'm writing this music. For kids like me. For people like me, because I know what it's like, you know, the struggle, sometimes not having a pops, sometimes not having no one, you know, sometimes not having no one to run to, you know. My dad was around, but he wasn't really around. He was there, but he wasn't there. You know, I know some people can relate to that. That's all I want to be, is someone's scapegoat. I never really had that growing up, going through what I was going through. It just wasn't there. And if I could be something in someone's life, I'd want to be someone's guardian angel.